As the Browns currently sit with a home date against the Jets to clinch a playoff berth for the first time since 2020, the circumstances might be even stranger than they were in that pandemic year. Nick Chubb was lost for the season in Week 2, Deshaun Watson has played just 5 full games, the offensive line has been a revolving mess all year long, but the Browns are 10-5 and playing for something greater than pride in late December, in large part due to the addition of Joe Flacco. It has been a wild ride for the Browns offense, to say the least, but one that they are benefiting from, to the tune of 315 passing yards per game, the league's best passing offense since Flacco took over as a starter. One of the ways Stefanski has unlocked Joe Flacco in this offense is through the downfield play-action passing attack. The Browns have run play-action the second most in the NFL since Flacco assumed the starting role, and it's been the driving force of their offense. On play-action passes, Flacco has been ridiculously efficient, leading the NFL in yards per attempt, total EPA generated, and passer ratings since Week 13. The play-action pass takes advantage of Flacco's best traits, his arm strength, pocket presence, and his underrated mobility. Play-action concepts have longer developing routes that stretch the field vertically and require the quarterback to navigate a larger pocket to let the play develop. Schematically, Stefanski's offense, which serves to create these chunk plays using play-action, is a perfect mesh with Flacco's skill set. On this play, the Browns are running a deep passing pack concept off of play-action, with Amari Cooper's out route as the primary read. The Texans are running a variation of cover 3, with Stingley matching Cooper man-to-man, so Flacco has a one-on-one read at the top of his progression. When the ball is snapped, Flacco settles in the open space in the pocket, reads Cooper's route about to break to the sideline, and he also sees Stingley facing the opposite way because of just how good Cooper is as a route runner. Flacco launches this ball in anticipation before the route even comes open, and the result is a huge gain. Stefanski is letting his 38-year-old quarterback off the street throw out routes from the far hash, which very few NFL quarterbacks can even dream of attempting, and Flacco is doing it with ease. So why, all of a sudden, is Flacco back to seemingly his Ravens form, throwing the ball over the yard? This guy was a backup quarterback that couldn't even find a job just a couple months ago. The reason is Flacco played for the Jets from 2020 to 2022, and they didn't know what to do with him. They reduced him to a pocket passer, rarely calling play action, and getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Knowing Flacco was getting older, the Jets took the game out of his hands, tried to get the ball out as fast as possible, and molded him into a game-managing quarterback, which is just not Flacco's game. Reading the defense and making quick decisions has never been Joe Flacco. Flacco is a downfield passer who likes to play outside of structure, so knowing this, Stefanski has given the 38-year-old the keys to the kingdom, calling more play action and giving him a higher time to throw. He's significantly upped the play-action usage, and he's leaning into Flacco's strengths as a quarterback. He's pushing the ball downfield, as Flacco has the 6th highest average depth of target of all quarterbacks at 9.7 yards. And all of a sudden, Flacco looks more like the quarterback that won Super Bowl MVP and was a starter in this league for more than a decade. Joe Flacco can also win in the drop-back passing game. It's not all play-action. Take this play from the Houston game. The Browns are running a variation of stick, while the Texans are playing 2-man, which means man across the board, and 2 high safeties. Njoku is running an up and over route that exploits the open middle of the field in this coverage. When the ball is snapped, Flacco looks off the safety, comes back to Njoku, and throws it in the literal perfect spot for him to haul in the touchdown. What makes this level of performance all the more impressive is just how downright awful the Browns' run game has been. They rank dead last in yards per carry and get stuffed at the highest rate in the NFL. They haven't been able to threaten defenses with the ground game whatsoever, and yet the Browns' passing offense is firing on all cylinders. If the Browns could generate a semblance of a rushing attack, it would greatly improve their balance and would stop defensive lines from just pinning their ears back and rushing the passer on every snap. Joe Flacco is also an excellent deep ball thrower, and this is something that we haven't seen from a Browns quarterback in a while. Take this play again from the Houston game. The Browns motion into a heavy set off the offside I formation and call another bootleg. Flacco gets on the move, even though he's an older guy, and launches this ball deep down the field to the opposing 30-yard line for Cooper to go get it. This is a lovely move also from Cooper here on the stutter step. He runs a double move. This is something that the Browns ran with OBJ back in 2020. Flacco gets on the move on the bootleg, fires it deep down the sideline, and 75 yards later, the Browns have a touchdown. This Joe Flacco storyline is cool, but this Browns season has the potential to be more than just a cool story. It can be more than just a what-if season to reminisce about years down the road. In spite of all the injuries, all the adversity, this is a genuinely elite football team with all of the opportunity in front of them. The Browns are getting elite quarterback play and have an all-time unit on the other side of the ball. Heading into playoff football, that's about as good as a recipe for success as it gets.